This video is sponsored and approved by Typher. Y'all, we got the air fryer out again. Come on. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We again have the air fryer out because according to the comments and the likes and responses, you guys cannot get enough of quick and easy air fryer recipes. And both of these promise to be delicious and super easy and fast. Both of these caught my eye, and the first one comes to us from a creator on YouTube called Cooking with Dave. If you have not checked out his channel, I urge you to. It is a great watch. He's super fun. He uses artificial intelligence, AI, to create some recipes, and this one looks pretty darn good, and I'd say AI must have done pretty well. And that is a recipe for his bacon-wrapped mozzarella-stuffed pickles, whole pickles in the air fryer. He said it takes less than 4 minutes to get it ready and going, so we're gonna do that one first. And then the second recipe is a little more involved, and it's a full meal, I guess you could say. And this is by a creator, I believe her name is Lindsay Holtz, and this is a recipe, this is a mouthful, low-carb air-fried bratwurst boats. So whole bratwurst that are stuffed and look amazing, and it definitely got TikTok's attention and it got mine. So I'll leave a link to both of those recipes now, but let's get started on this first one because it goes so fast. All right, let's begin. All right, so let's get started on this first recipe. Again, this is the AI generated recipe by Cooking with Dave, and this is for his bacon wrapped stuffed mozzarella pickles. So we're going to start with 3 or however many you want. You're going to double these because you're going to get 2 out of each pickle. The largest pickles you can find, and these were the largest I could find in the grocery store. So we're going to start by cutting these in half, and you want to do as large as you can because you got to fit this inside of there. You see what I'm saying? So you want to give yourself a running start by getting the largest pickle you can. So we're going to hollow these out, and he had a little bit of trouble with this, but I'm going to use a grapefruit spoon. I'm sure just a regular spoon would work. Let me clean this off. I'll get the bacon out the way. And I'm just going to gently scrape this out, sort of get the seeds out. The grapefruit spoon has a little bit of a serrated edge, which hopefully will help with this. Okay, so I think that looks all right. You want to leave, I mean, obviously enough of the pickle around it so you can taste it. So I'm just going to speed this up and hollow these out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have got our hollowed out pickles, and now we just got to do a little fitting here, and this is just regular part skim mozzarella cheese sticks. Mine are Paw Patrol, so don't make fun of me. And he did a little bit of cutting on his just to make sure he could fit them in there and sort of pieced them all together. So let's do that now and try to get all these in our pickles. If you've been watching my channel for the last year or so, you know that I've been using the Typher Dome air fryer. I do think it is one of the best air fryers on the market for several reasons. I love the size of it. It can cook for one just as easily as it can cook for a family of 4 or more. Some of the smaller air fryers are difficult to work with, and I never have that problem with the Dome. But I have recently upgraded to the Typher Dome 2, and it has all the things that I loved about the Typher Dome 1 with a couple of very important additions. This is the Typher Dome here. This is the 2. It looks exactly like the other one from the outside. It's still the same giant pan. I mean, you see how big that is. It's still dishwasher safe. The rack comes right out of there, and the whole shebang can go in the dishwasher, which makes cleanup a breeze. Now, there are a couple of features about the Typher Dome 2 that make it a worthy upgrade from the original, and the first and most important one for me is the 360-degree heating technology. It has dual heating elements and temperature sensors, one on the top and one on the bottom. And that makes sure that your food is cooked evenly. There's less shaking and stirring and flipping to get an even sear or an even crisp on all of your baked goods. Just like the other one, it has a lot of multifunctions, but it adds a few. Just like all air fryers, it comes with, you know, air frying and toasting and grilling and baking, but it also acts as a griddle and a dehydrator, which is fascinating. amazing. And the bottom element makes it so that you can cook pizzas and steaks. You can get a restaurant quality sear and caramelization on a steak. As you can see, this steak was nice and fat. So it took about 12 minutes here, but it came out perfectly. So I'm going to let it rest for about 5 minutes, tint it gently with some foil. As you can see, this comes to temperature beautifully. I like a nice medium, maybe a little bit of medium rare, and this makes a beautiful steak. The Typher Dome 2 has an upgraded self-cleaning mode, heats up to about 500 degrees, and this completely decomposes grease and grime from the top of the cavity using high heat and makes for an easy, super easy cleanup. And then, like I said, the tray and the basket goes right in the dishwasher, and you're ready to go for your next air fried meal. So if you guys want to check out the Typher Dome 2, be sure to use the link in my video description below. It'll also be in the pinned comment below. You can use my code WESLOWCARB to get 10% off of the Typher Dome 2. But if you go within the next few days of the release of this video before Mother's Day, this is May 2025, you will get a fantastic deal using that link down below. But remember that anytime you can use my code WESLOWCARB to get 10% off the Typher Dome 2. So thank you so much, Typher, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the video. Come on. Okay, so that was easy enough, and I even wound up with 2 little cheeses left. We sort of piecemealed ours together there to create our 6th one. So now he just takes a slice of bacon and wraps it around each one, and then this is going to go into the air fryer. I might need to trim these. No, I think it's going to be all right. He did not use a toothpick, but said he should have. That's easier said than done, ain't it? So I'm going to do this now. So you see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to put some toothpicks in here to keep this all together in the air fryer, because bacon tends to curl up and act like a silly goose in the air fryer. So look at that. That's beautiful. I'm going to quickly, hold on, I need a little bit of oil on the bottom of the basket for the air fryer, and I'm going to put these in, and we'll do this, and I'll be right back with all these wrapped up. All right, so all of our pickles are wrapped and ready to go. That would take about 4 minutes, depending on how good you are with slippery bacon. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the air fryer at 375 degrees. He said for 10 to 12 minutes. I'm gonna start checking at about 10. I'll tell you how long it takes. So when it comes out, I'm gonna take some quick photos of it. They're gonna be hot as fire, but we'll test these and I'll let you know what I think about them. All right, meet you right back here. All right, y'all, look at that. Those look and smell amazing. I mean, cream cheese, bacon, pickles, hard to go wrong there. All right, so I made 6 of these with using 3 large pickles. I guess it's going to depend, the macros of this are going to depend on the size of the pickle, but roughly he says that per bacon wrapped pickle half, it's about 140 calories, 10 grams of fat, 9 grams of protein, and 1 net carb. So the big question is, did AI do a good job of this, and how does it taste? These have been out of the, they did go in for 12 minutes. I left them in that long just to get the bacon nice and crispy. And I've let them cool off for about 4 or 5 minutes, but look at all that pickly bacon grease. That looks good. All right, and please don't be hot. I mean, what do you expect? All right, obviously those are good. The caveat is you better love pickles. That is some strong pickle flavor. I mean, it's a whole pickle. Of course it is. But, I mean, yeah. Easy, fast. The little mozzarella stick fits in there perfectly. Good job, AI. Good job cooking with Dave. So, all right, I'm going to finish this thing up, get cleaned up. Let's get started on the second recipe. Come on. All right, so let's get started on this second recipe. It's another easy one, gonna go fast. This is more of an entree, or at least a main item for a meal, I would say, or a lunch. And this is by a creator on TikTok named Lindsay Hulse. I believe that's how you say her name. And this is her recipe for, here it is again, low carb, air fried bratwurst boats. So that's a mouthful, but it looks great. And she starts with 5 brats. These are just the regular, I'm using Johnsonville brats here, whatever you want to use. And she starts with 6 ounces of cream cheese. And I normally don't give recipe ingredient amounts, you guys. You know that. If you've been around here, I want you to go check out the creators. But sometimes TikTok recipes come and go, so I will give ingredients for that. So 6 ounces of cream cheese, and she said 28 grams of shredded mozzarella, part skim, low moisture mozzarella. I measured that out. That worked out to be about 1/3 cup, a little less than 1/3 cup of mozzarella cheese. To this, she adds 2 tablespoons of bacon bits, and she used like bagged bacon bits, but I already had bacon, so I just made a few little bacon bits to throw in there. That's probably more than 2 tablespoons if I'm being honest. And then her other ingredient was some garlic salt. She didn't say how much. I don't keep garlic salt on hand, so I'm going to use some garlic powder and just a little dash of salt. I know that those sausages are going to be pretty salty. So let's just get this mixed up, and then this is going to go and be stuffed into each of these bratwursts. So let me get this mixed up. This is softened cream cheese, but it's still kind of you got to get rambunctious with it to get it all mixed in. Okay, so we've got that mixed up, and here's where either you consider it the fun part or the hard part. You've got to get this stuff into these guys. So she has, these usually come in a pack of 5, and then it looks like you don't cut all the way through, you're just cutting this top casing open so that you can get your stuff in there, but you don't want to cut all the way to the end. So just make you some room in here and spread these out like that. And then she comes in, and we're going to spread this mixture evenly among the 5 brats. I think it was about 36 grams, she said, per bratwurst, but we're just going to eyeball it. Okay, so we're there, and now we just got to do this with the other 4, so I'm going to speed this up and finish this off for us. Okay, so our brats are stuffed with all the cream cheese mixture and almost ready to go. We're going to put this in the air fryer, and there's already a little bit of grease on there from the bacon wrapped pickles. So this is going to go into an air fryer for 350 degrees for, she said, 12 minutes. And then, but when there is 1 minute left, we're going to come in, and she put some pickled jalapenos, 3 on each one, and lets that run for the last of the minute of the 12. So 350 degrees, that's going in the oven, in the air fryer now. So I'll see you in just a bit. All right, guys, so we are back, and looky, our low carb air fryer bratwurst boats, our brat boats. Those look good. And I'll say that I usually don't add, I'm not a pickled jalapeno fan. But I added this because obviously that's what the recipe says. So it's been cooling for a while. I did temp them after about, take the temperature after about 12 minutes just to make sure, because when you're dealing with raw sausage, you want to make sure they're done, and they were. This one stumbled on its way out of the air fryer, so that's the one we're going to test and try. This has about 5 grams of net carbs per sausage. The calories will of course depend on the brand of sausage that you get and whatever might be in that sausage. So let's see, I'm just going to come in here and slice it sideways. That looks good. I can't help but think that a little bit of green onion would have been really good in this, but gosh, that's a big old bite. Let me cut that in half. This is going to be a lot of fat too. Obviously with the cream cheese, you can go with some lower fat cream cheese just to save yourself on the calories. But what does it taste like? I mean, sausage, cream cheese, these are all things hard to go wrong with. So, oh gosh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even the jalapeno was perfect. I didn't think, I'm generally, like I said, not a fan. Oh, God. Mm-hmm. Real good. That's real good. Okay, hold on. All right, yeah, those were fantastic. 100% will make that again. Those are delicious. When I do make it again, I will probably maybe swap out the mozzarella cheese for some cheddar cheese or something with a little more flavor in it. I think that would work really well. And I would probably add a little bit of diced or sliced green onions to go in that, because I think that would just zhuzh it up a little bit. But both of those are good. So there you have it. More air fryer snacks. I'm going to keep coming to you as long as you keep asking. So be sure to please visit both of those creators using the links down below. I say it every time, these videos are a way for me to maintain my low carb way of eating, and looking in the end of that camera as often as I can helps keep me honest, so I appreciate that you guys have come along for the journey. I'm going to please ask you to click the like button down below. Also make sure you've hit the bell button and the subscribe button. That'll let you know just as soon as I release a new video. Both of those are free to do but mean a lot to me and to the success of the channel. Be sure to also find me over on Facebook and Instagram. I'm just Highfalutin Low Carb in both of those locations, and I talk a little more frequently over there, so if you want to join in that conversation, please do. I also want to thank again the sponsor of this video, the Typher Dome 2. If you want to check it out, use the link in the video description below. And if you go before Mother's Day here in the next few days after the release of this video, you'll get a great deal and a great price using that link. But any other time, you can use my code WESTLOWCARB to get 10% off the Typher Dome 2. I also am going to thank my rock stars. You see their names starting to scroll here. These are my Patreon members. Without them, none of this would be possible. If you don't know what Patreon is, I call it the tip jar for the internet. It lets people like you who enjoy what people like me do here on YouTube. You can give $1 or $2 a month just to keep the train on the track. So thanks to all these guys, and remember, today is a great day to have a great day. Bye-bye.